This is, without a single doubt in my mind, the worst father in youth sports history. And what's crazy is, before this video, y'all didn't even know his past was this dark. At this point in time, this just feels like episode 3 to the Baby Gronk dilemma and the situation that's been going on. We've already posted 2 videos on this subject, and this will be the final and third one because I don't want to continue to give these guys, and really this dad, any more attention because that's what they want. So unless something crazy happens, this will be the last and final video. But don't worry, I saved the best for last. In yesterday's video, I told you guys, I had somebody reach out to me that was a very close source and grew up with Baby Gronk's dad, expose him pretty much, and if y'all want to see that video, get that one to 1100 likes and we crushed that in like 20 hours. We reached the like goal. I was going to put this video off, but since we hit the like goal so fast, we're just going to do it now. And let's just say that good old Jake here, Jake San Miguel, who is Baby Gronk's dad, has a pretty dark past. And it definitely shocked me when I heard this information. And I guarantee you, I don't care what you're trying to guess what his dad did growing up, there's no way you're going to be able to guess it. And honestly, it just makes sense as to why he acts the way he does. I think it goes without being said, this is going to be one of the more interesting videos on the channel. We got a lot to talk about, and I'm going to introduce to you guys the worst dad in youth sports history. You see, the problem with all this is he hasn't had a proper introduction because nobody knows who he is. But unfortunately for Jake San Miguel here, you can't hide forever, and also unfortunately for you, people that grew up with you reached out to me. Oh man, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. And by the way, if you want some more context on the situation, go watch the 2 previous videos. It tells you everything you need to know. I'm not going over all that stuff again. I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to bore myself. We got a lot to get into. All right, Matt, blah, shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, let's just get into it. So y'all either know this guy as Baby Gronk's dad, Mr. Baby Gronk, or Jake San Miguel. But here's what you don't know. Only a few years ago, or many years ago, depending on how you look at it, he didn't go by any of those names. He went by the name of Kilo Chapo. This is Kilo Chapo, aka Baby Gronk's dad. Now, obviously, you shouldn't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out. You know what we're about to get into. He was a rapper, or at least a quote-unquote wannabe rapper. He was one of those SoundCloud type of dudes. And hey, I'm not knocking on the come up. I respect anybody out here that's trying to hustle for themselves and make a name for themselves. But before we go any farther, you can see clear as day, this is him. He's in YouTube music videos. He's rapping his songs. He's collabing and all that nice stuff. What I'm showing you right here was, I believe, his it was his most popular song. Kilo Chapo and Young OG. It was a collab, they did a music video, all that nice stuff. And this was around 7 years ago. And me doing a little bit more research, when he was really trying to make a name for himself in the rap game, this was all around 7 or 8 years ago. And let's not act like this guy wasn't pulling in numbers. You see another song right here 6 years ago. It got over 200,000 views. That's not bad at all. That's actually really good. Another one, 160K, 350K, and you get the point. Those are some of the more popular songs, but still, I know people, rappers, artists, all these people that would kill to have a song get over 100,000 views. And that's just on YouTube. I'm sure they got plays all over Spotify and Apple Music and etc. So that's cool. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. That's not why we're making this video. But here's where things take a drastic, and I mean a very drastic turn. Out of the blue, I was checking my DMs on Instagram and I saw this huge, long, and lengthy messages, and most times I don't even read it because it's some bull crap. Anytime someone sends me a long message, I know it's going to be bull crap, so I don't read it. But for some reason, I chose to read this one. And man, oh man, that's why I believe in everything happens for a reason. I'm glad I did. I'm going to read you what this DM says, and I'm going to provide you with context after it. And keep in mind, I didn't know who this person was when I first read it, so I'm going into this like, okay, this person's probably lying, or I don't know what to believe. What's good, Matt? Want to say I love your YouTube channel and will continue to support anything you do, and by the way, I appreciate that. I recently saw your video on Baby Gronk. I'm from Dallas, born and raised where Baby Gronk and his dad are from. I don't know Baby Gronk at all, but I know his dad. When I saw that, I was like, okay, let's see what he's got to say. See, his dad used to be a rapper that went by the name Kilo Chapo. It may be Kilo, I'm saying Kilo, but it doesn't matter, you get the point. Husband and his cousin were actually on their way to stardom until Baby Gronk's dad faked his death to get clout, and it backfired on him, and after that, nobody took him serious. He had to quit rapping because of that stupid stunt he pulled. It's sad that Instead, he puts his son through all this cringy regimens of eating salmon and brown rice and made him jump on some boxes with streak shoes only to cut his shins. This is a link to one of his old videos. Baby Gronk's dad is the bald Mexican guy with the hat. And the video he sent is this one right here where I've already showed you. I'm going to give you some context on how I perceive things when I go into doing some research or somebody sends me some information. If you aren't one of my close sources, and my close sources are in the college football landscape of things, and you're a random person, you send me something, I don't believe it right away. Too many people lie on social media. I don't believe it. I gotta see facts and evidence. Well, come to find out, this person who sent me this DM, and by the way, he don't care to be in the video, I already asked, he is a producer. What does that have to do with anything? Well, he worked with Kilo Chapo. He knew him. Long story short, this guy's legit. And when I say he's a quote-unquote producer, I don't mean somebody in their mom's basement. No, this guy's actually in legit $100,000 studios. This guy's worked in the industry. He grew up in Dallas. Him and Baby Gronk's dad, they were affiliated. And as you see right here, I asked him, is there any more information you know that's very interesting? Because I want to know more. Here's what he said. That's all the info I know. Everyone in Dallas knows his dad is a fraud. He had to pull the plug on his own career because of how bad he embarrassed himself, and now he's clearly living vigorously through his son, not realizing people are finding out that's his kid and aren't taking anything serious Baby Gronk puts out. Wow, now here's my question. Do we have anybody around the Dallas area that also happen to know Baby Gronk's dad? If we do, in the comment section, I would love to hear, and just fill everyone in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. There's got to be somebody else a part of our community that knew Baby Gronk's dad growing up and also can relate to this story. Continuing along, I said just wanting to get some more information. You said you know him though, right? What kind of guy is he? Because here's how I'm looking at this. I'm trying to give Kilo Chapa here, aka Jake San Miguel, aka Baby Gronk's dad, the benefit of the doubt. Because yeah, he faked his own death, but I want to know why he did it, and maybe he just made a mistake. And before we go any farther, these are allegations. These are not 100% true. These are not claims by me. These are from a source. This has nothing to do with Matt B. Great. I have to clarify this for legal reasons. These are not my words. I'm reporting on what people have sent me. He stated, I've met his pops a couple of times. I'm a producer. Back then, his dad was heavy on his he used to be out of it a lot. His cousin actually was the better rapper and went viral because he was actually good. But Baby Gronk's dad, being his cousin, was benefiting from his cousin's light. And this is what I really wanted to find out, and I'm glad this person gave us this information. I guess he felt like he wanted to do something to go viral. So I remember seeing on the Dallas Entertainment publications that Kilo Chapo died. Then 2 days pass by, and he goes live on his old IG account and says, I felt like my fans weren't appreciating me, so I had to do that to see how many of y'all really cared about me. Immediately, everyone was mad at him for doing that, so they were crucifying him in all the comments and publications, and his own cousin had to part ways with him because he was getting backlash because he was still affiliated with him on the rap side. I'm trying to find the live on YouTube now of him confessing he faked his blah, 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 and he couldn't find it. I think he deleted it. But the point is, in that message right there, is that Kilo Chapo, he wasn't getting the recognition he felt like he deserved. He wanted more clout. He wanted more hype, more attention. So he did one of the worst things anybody can do. He faked his own death. And do y'all remember in the previous video what I told you guys when we were watching those interviews he was doing with his son? I told you guys, clout, it makes people do some of the crazy. People will do anything for an ounce of clout nowadays. It's sad. I'll never understand it. I can't relate to it, and I'm a young guy. But heck, when he was doing all this, said, oh, I feel like I don't get the recognition I deserve, allegedly. I mean, this guy's still a grown man. But whoa, hold on. Here's where things get even more interesting. Somebody commented something about, remember his dad was Kilo Chapo and he faked his own death? Well, somebody, not the same guy I'm talking to, replied to it and said, yes, sir, LMAO, this is 1,000% true. He lived in Salina, LOL. I'm assuming Salina is a town in Texas. But the point is, other people are confirming this. And if that's not good enough for you, another comment. That's the truth. I've been wondering how long until people found out. Well, guess what? A lot of more people are going to find out after this video. And that was pretty much the end to me and this guy talking on Instagram. And I hope you're watching this video. Major shout out to you. This video wouldn't be possible without your help. And I greatly appreciate you and respect you. Wishing you a ton of luck and success in your career as well. Anybody grinding out here that's a producer, trying to be a rapper, anything like that, or whether it's a 9 to 5, I don't care. As long as you're working, striving for greatness, I respect you a ton. That's what I'm about. That's what I preach to you guys. And I think that's the point of life. Striving to greatness every single day. It's a hard journey. Not every day's fun. Some days suck, but that's what makes it even better when you get to the top. And I don't want to get all motivational mad on you guys, but that also leads me into my next topic perfectly. Kilo Choppa, whatever. Jake San Miguel here is doing things the wrong way, and he's always done things the wrong way. In this life, one of the most important things to me that I value is people that have high morals and great integrity. Just respecting yourself, having integrity for anything and everything in this life, it'll take you far. Doing things the right way are super important. Applying that principle to this situation, it's the same thing. Kilo Choppa had a successful rap career going. He was good. He had a lot of views, everything was going great, but he got greedy. He wanted more. So what did he do? He did something that I don't even know how you come to the conclusion that you want to do. Just because he wanted more clout and more recognition, more money, etc. And well, here we are, 7 years later, and he's doing the same thing. He's stringing his son along, he's manipulating him, and it's disturbing and it's nasty. I also want to say this and make it exponentially clear. I don't care about the whole fake death thing. Who cares? Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, it's a bad look, but I'll forgive you for that. You made a mistake. You shouldn't have done it. End of story. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We're all going to make mistakes. Maybe not like that, but you get the point. My problem with Jake San Miguel is it doesn't matter who's in his way or what's in his way. He's going to step over everybody, and he's going to manipulate everybody to get what he wants. His son doesn't want to be doing these interviews. He doesn't even want to be social media famous. He wants to eat Dino chicken nuggets. He doesn't want to do any of these interviews. He's not happy. He wants to be a kid. But guess what? Even if he has to step on his own son to get what he wants, he's going to do it. As long as Jake San Miguel can get to the top, that's all he cares about. That's all he cares about. And guess what? I guarantee you, and I pray and I hope this doesn't happen, but it's the greatest example I give you. If his son suffered a big time injury and couldn't play again, he wouldn't be crying and upset about the injury. He'd be crying and upset that the social media career is over. Think about that. I guarantee it. I know he would. He'd be like, oh no, when can we get him back out there, doc? Because we got to run social media accounts and get these views. Certified weirdo. That's all he is. I don't care who you are. People with no integrity and no morals in this life, you don't last. You may see some success quick, but it'll run out, trust me. This is, without a single doubt in my mind, the worst father in youth sports history. And what's crazy is, before this video, y'all didn't even know his past was this dark. It's sad. I said it yesterday in the other video. I'll say it again. I feel bad for the kid. And oh yeah, I've also had a couple of people reach out and tell me that his dad got kicked off of the college team because of steroids. What's that about? I don't even know. It's just like at this point, something new comes out about this guy, and he's going to continue to get exposed. The bigger you get in social media, this stuff will come out. To Mr. Kilo Choppa, Mr. Jake San Miguel, whatever you want to call him, I'm wishing you the best of luck, man. You probably think I'm joking about that, but I really mean it. I'm wishing your kid the best of luck. I think he's a heck of an athlete. I think he's one of the best athletes at his grade and level, but you're putting him on a pedestal that's way too high. There's certain ways to do things, and the way you're doing things, it's not right. And you know it's not right. You know deep down it's not right, but it's getting the views, and you've lost yourself. You have lost yourself in the views. That is the best way to put all of this. The best advice I can give you is, and I know you're going to be watching this video, you watch all the videos, you DM me hundreds of times on Instagram, just if you would record him doing football stuff, normal football workouts, nobody'd have a problem with it. But you're making them say stupid crap to go viral. That's where everybody's drawing the line. I could sit up here for 30 more minutes and rant and talk about this situation, but y'all get how I feel on it. I don't like it. Let me know your thoughts down below. But, Roman!